I'm going to take a minute just to go into what RH, or relative hydrogen, is and how important that is. Relative hydrogen is basically a calculation that is made based on the ORP and the pH of any substance, and you can figure out what the relative hydrogen is. And basically what it means is how much active oxygen or free radicals versus negatively charged hydrogen or antioxidant is in the water per unit of water. Now, on the scale of 0 to 42, 42 being the very worst, that would have the most active oxygen or free radical damage potential in the water, and 0 being the very best. And that would have the most reducing or antioxidant quality in the water. 28 would be the point where anything below 28 would be considered reducing or antioxidizing water. Anything above 28 would be considered oxidizing water. My tap water in St. Louis is usually about 32. Soda is usually very, very high, very oxidizing. Now, just on the scale of 0 to 42, athena is at a 0 point something. Like the Silver State Labs had it tested at 0.68. So it's very, very antioxidizing. And melody and enagic are also very, very antioxidizing. Not quite as good as the athena, but they're both about comparable with each other. So I just wanted to show you this chart so you can think about that while we're looking at the other chart. Now here we are back to the comparison chart, and if you look at these water ionizer authority tests, you'll see that the melody at 3.27 RH and the enagic at 3.03 RH are practically the equivalent, and same here with the Silver State tests. The melody and the enagic are practically the same exact result for RH, and the athena being the better one. Alright, now moving on down, the number of plates is a factor. Enagic having more and bigger plates is obviously not giving better water, so I'm not quite sure how important that factor is, but it is a factor to consider. Now, of course, your enagic people are going to use that factor to boast with, because they're not getting the better water to boast with. So just watch out for that. What are they not talking about? That's basically what I'm trying to point out. And you very rarely, if ever, see an enagic ionizer on the internet being tested for their pH and ORP, probably because they really don't have boasting rights for that. And that would divert your attention to the fact that they just are producing good quality ionized water, just like all the other ionizers, and they're trying to boast that they're better. And so testing and showing their tests on the internet would not support their claims, and so that's my theory of why you don't see as many tests on the internet with the enagic. Alright, moving down the chart, the next feature I think is important is the mineral ports. They all do have the potential for boosting their alkalinity or acidity with mineral ports. The melody and the athena have calcium mineral ports, and the enagic has a saline injection port. The cleaning systems, I think, are very important to note, and the enagic has what's called a simple reverse polarity acid wash, which occurs about every 15 gallons, and you have to wait while this wash is happening, and you have to keep that water running throughout the entire cycle of it cleaning itself, and that's going to be about 30 to 40 seconds every 15